Now then, I have been asked repeatedly to do a makeup tutorial, ironically, by a lot of cis women, not my trans sisters, because I am actually trans. And I figured that today, with all the craziness that's going on in the world, let's do something a bit more fun, and let's do a brief makeup tutorial. Now, this is the makeup routine that I do every morning. I only do the natural look because that's all you really need to do if you're just going to work and things like that. And I'm going to go through with you now the techniques I use and the products I use as well. So I always have these lined up and ready to go in a little other things is you should have yourself just a little crappy old plate to put your foundation on, and I use either a wee sponge or a wee brush. Other things you're going to need is make sure you always have some cotton buds about, because you can use them just to correct any mistakes as you go. So, products I will be using today: NYX Orange Color Correct Concealer. Fantastic. If you have any bluing from any excess old beard hair, if you haven't had laser hair removal or anything else, this stuff is the dogs. It's gorgeous. I also use a NYX Stay Matte Not Flat Liquid Foundation. This is a good colour for me. This one works for me, but obviously there are a gazillion others on the market. Choose one that suits you. Kiko Primer and Fix Spray. This stuff is a godsend and necessary for the layering technique that I do. I will also be using today a NYX Professional Makeup eyebrow pencil, mainly because at the end it has a wee brush. I will also be using a Kiko mascara. And the thing I mostly live in is the Maybelline 24-Hour Sure Stay lipstick, because, watch this. Oh, there's nothing on my finger. Ah, brain. This stuff is amazing. You can eat with it, you can drink with it. It's fantastic. After I've eaten or drunk, all I do is I just redo the butthole line. It's a butthole. Just the inside there. And that's all you need to do. These things last forever. They're awesome. Right, what else will I be using? We have a bit of hair oil and a bit of glue, and this is just to glue on the wig. So, to do this now, we're going to have to go back in time to when I just come out of the shower, and obviously I wasn't dressed or made up. So you're about to see something very, 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 very freaky for me anyway. The only people that have seen me in 2 years since I started my journey without makeup or a hairpiece are my son, my best friend stroke ex-wife, and my parents, and that is it. And this is a big thing for me now to share this with you, because it's a bit of a vulnerable part for me. But the world's gone crazy. Let's have some fun with makeup. I can't do this without doing it. So, go back in time and do the makeup routine. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ah! Oh my god, this is me without makeup or hair. You're very lucky, because only my family's really seen me like this. So, but I am doing this today to try and help people, and like I said, people have been on me for doing this tutorial for a while, and it's gonna do it properly. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is we are gonna start with the Kiko Prime and Fixer spray. Now, give it a quick spray on my face. And now, I am going to get dressed. So, give it a moment. And that's all the time it needs to set. Okay, so 4 minutes later, I am dressed. Now, so I'm just going to turn on a horrible light, but it helps. So, okay. So the first thing we're going to use is the NYX Orange Concealer. Now, thankfully, after a year of laser hair removal on my face and 9 months of hormones, I don't have to wear a lot of this anymore. But obviously you put on what you're comfortable with. But like a ginger beard. Okay. That's the lid. And the next thing we're going to use is the first layer of foundation. Now I use again NYX Stay Matte Not Flat, but apparently it's just been discontinued. That's nice. But there are other cream foundations out there. I believe Maybelline do a good one as well. And all I'm going to do is spread some on my nose and on the beauty area. Don't worry about it looking too perfect. Right now, it's not meant to. Blah, 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 blah. On my nose and on the beard bit. Okay. Now, taking our brush and just blending it. There we go. So I'll see if I can turn it down a bit. There we go. So that now is blended in. I'm going to give it another squirt of the Prime and Fixer. And that's made the first layer. Next, I'm going to get my eyebrow brush pen from NYX. Again, I do love NYX makeup. And while that's drying, I am just going to brush my eyebrows up and out. Now, I try and get my eyebrows properly done once every 3 or 4 weeks. That's just me. Alright, and now that's done, back to the face. So, this is how much I'm putting on the end of the sponge. Not much at all. You do not need much. Less is always more with makeup, especially when you're doing the natural look. A little bit on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, out to the sides. That's it. Now, like I say, we're going to blend it all later. And then a little bit over the eyes, just in the corners. And again, just a little bit. I'm not using a lot on my sponge at all. Under the eyes, pull it down onto your cheek. Just a little bit more. You do not need a lot when doing the natural look. And again, pull it down. Now I'm just going to pull over a little bit the foundation on my eyes, but again, it all gets blended later, so it's not supposed to look perfect at this part. A little bit there. A little bit there. Okay. A little bit on the cheek. A little bit on that cheek. And then, because the spray has dried by now, put another bit on the moustache baby area. But this time, I'm dabbing it gently. Dab. Because I'm not wanting to disturb the other layers. So I'm just dabbing. Oh, a bit much there. Never mind. All gets blended in a moment. And I'm just going to take a swipe down there as well. Okay, so blend it in just very gently, just making this kind of motion, leaving very gentle. Okay. Do, 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 do. There we go. And when I do this, I'm trying to get it close to my eyebrow, but not actually touch my eyebrow. Or I will have to go over my eyebrows again with an eyebrow pencil thing. Should we do that? I don't do it every day, but it might be helpful. Okay, and that is a quick blending. Turn it off for a moment. Turn up, there we go, top of the forehead. You don't want to go all the way up to your hairline, because that's just a bit crazy. So, next one. And I'm just skirting around here. That's it. And that is the second layer done. Now while that's drying, I'm going to do my eyes. Now my eyebrows look dark enough. I'll do another video on eyebrow maintenance and things if you want at another time. So, I'm using a Kiko Standard Volume Buildable Mascara. So I'm pulling it out and I'm just taking off the excess because it's not needed. And getting in, you're moving it originally like that and then pulling it out. So, because that movement helps separate the eyelashes. Just gently tease it out. There we go. And then pull out a lot at the corner. Because that's where you want it to stand out more. There. Now, I'm just going to put my head up and pull them up. That gives it a little bit more effect. There. That's one eyebrow done. Now, as you can tell, I have got a little bit of mascara just in that top bit there, and I'm just going to move that with a kind of twirly motion. Just have a little bit of mascara on the end. Bop, 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 bop. And you can just blend it in with your finger. Next. I go through so many of those cotton buds. Mainly when I'm doing my lips though. Okay, so taking off the excess. In to the bottom. Give it a shake. And then pull out. Okay. And then emphasizing the corners. See, I wear glasses, so I don't have to get this too perfect. Okay. And then push down with your eyes, just to push it up a little bit. Okay. That did not have a little bit on the edge, but that's okay. Looks like I've used a little bit of eyeliner. That will do me. I don't need it anymore. Put that away. And I'm putting on my final layer of foundation around my dribbly spot, because I talk a lot, especially at my job. So this is the areas where I have to keep it up, kind of built. And this technique is great. I won't have to even touch up my foundation. It's about 9 o'clock at night if I absolutely have to. So, put this light on a little bit more. And just very gently blend it in. Perfect. Now, the lippy. Now, I live in this lipstick. Bloody love this stuff. So, take it out. And the first thing you're going to do is just pull off the excess. Then, take off the excess by doing it on the inside. Okay. And then you're going to line. This is the bit I struggle with, because I do not have well-defined lip lines. It helps if you go slow. Because the slower you go, the less likely you are to make a mistake. Now, as you can see, that isn't level. So, we are going to take a cotton bud and scrape away that bit which isn't level. See, I just scraped it off. And then put a little bit of foundation in its place. Now then, again, scraping off the excess. And again, take off a bit too much. So I mean, put on a bit too much. I hate doing this bit. It drives me nuts. I still struggle with that. Okay, now the lower lip, which is I really do struggle with. So I'm just going to again, the slower you do this, the less likely you are to make a mistake. Or the easier it will be to correct anyway. Mm-hmm. Now I try not to overline, but my lips are a bit small, thin, and crap. But the hardest thing of all, for me anyway, is making them balance. And I know I've just said, but Danny, you know, you've got the whole that's close enough thing. Mm-hmm. And once you're happy with it, fill in the lips. And then fill in the butt line. It's a butt. And that is just inside your lips. Including just to the side. And we do this so that when your lips part slightly, so hang on. So that when your lips part, you don't have a visible kind of like barrier, like pink. Right, so lips are done. I'm very impressed that I did that so quick. Now, that takes about 2 minutes to dry. So right now, I am going to just put on a little bits of accessories like my watch, which is falling apart. And back in 2 minutes. Okay, so my lips are now feeling a bit tacky. So now we're going to go ahead and take up the other end and get the balm bit out. And just smooth it over the inside. And the main body of your lips. And then use the pointy edge as kind of like a liner. Now it's worth saying that if you do this before, too quick before it's tacky and stuff, you will smudge it all over your face. And now everything is done. Spray this. I love it. Right, next, hair. And that is it. I am done and ready for the day. Well, if you like this video, please leave a like. If you have any suggestions, any comments, any techniques that you think might help me, or anything you think I might know that you want to know, just leave a comment, leave a like, and as my little boy likes to say, subscribe for more videos.